What's happening? Up early on this Tuesday, about to go to work. Um, I really don't want to, and honestly, I feel like I'm worth more than that. But I got to get the money right. I got to pay bills. I got to take care of my family, and I got to support myself as well. So I got to go work for some money that I feel like I'll need to make more for doing the work that I'm doing. But saying all that, I am grateful that I can get up and go make some money, right? But people, I see a lot of people, right, that are feeling like this, exhausted, man, tired. You know what I'm saying? And really kind of don't know what to do next. And you're not alone with that. You know what I mean? There's so many people that's going through this right now. Because if you don't know, we in something similar to like a Great Depression or whatever, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like way back, it's always a point in time where the economy is tough, tough, tough. Like people, everyday people like us, we take a hit like for the economy. Like it's really bad financially. Not saying you can't thrive right now because people are, but that's what I want to talk about. um, it's painful when you're in this position, and a lot of us feel like running from the pain. You know what I'm saying? Like the pain is of having to support others, having to do what you got to do every day when you probably really don't want to do it, or you feel like it's not worth it. You feel like you're worth more. You feel like you probably feeling like you unappreciated by those around you for the stuff you do, and you've got needs. You got a lot of needs that's unmet, so that could cause some hurt inside. That could cause resentment. That could cause a lot of stuff that you're feeling that makes you just kind of feel like, why am I even doing this? Like, I just want to lay down. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like, just kind of, some people move to the woods and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Just give up off grid. And I just feel like that right there, that feeling right there, that is, you feeling that for a reason. And this is part of, I think this is just part of life. Because in this society, man, we're used to a certain way of living. You know what I mean? Like, it's set up a certain way. And if it breaks off from that way, you feel like, oh, it's bad. But really, like, it got set up a certain way. So you're comfortable in a certain way of living. And especially seeing others who's living better, right? When it goes anything less than that, you feel like it's bad. You may get depressed about it. You may feel like you're not doing what you need to be doing. All of that stuff, right? But if you're doing basic stuff in life, right? You holding up your end of whatever your life is set up like. You already ahead of the game. You know what I mean? Because there's people who are not at that basic level. And not to compare to other people, but that's what we do, right? So you probably comparing to up here. And the people up here had to go through some pain, bro. You know what I mean? And we get the running from pain a lot, but really we gotta realize that you need pain to get to the pleasure. And this is me. I have to engrave that in my mind as well, because I go through periods where I feel like what I was talking about. But the pain, without the pain, you're not gonna get to the pleasure, because most of us are not, trust fund babies, or just like our family is rich to where we don't have to endure pain financially, right? Or most of us is not like that. I'm pretty sure you watching this, all of us is probably not like that. But the average person in our position that comes from down here to up here, this is painful. You know what I'm saying? From right here to up here, all of that is painful. Even up here is painful. It's probably less painful, but pain is the main cause of the reason why a lot of people feel like exhausted or not trying to go do the thing no more, right? Giving up and all of this stuff. It's the pain of the process. But you gotta embrace it though. Is what I'm talking to myself as well. If you want to get in shape, it's painful because you have to work out. You gotta not eat certain stuff, right? You gotta work out your muscles and stuff. You trying to bulk up or whatever, get cut up. It's painful to lift that weight, but the more you lift, the easier it gets. You notice that? Like, if you lift in, like, let's say, I don't know, like bench pressing or whatever, you got two 45-pound weights on each side or something. The bar maybe like, what, 45 pounds? Olympic bench. And let's say you're struggling with that, like, oh man, this is heavy, right? Put the 35s on, put the 25s on. But let's say you only could lift them that one time, the 45 pounds. 45 on each side. You lift it one time. And then you like, hey man, that's too painful. But let's say every day you try to lift it again, or every time you work out, you tried it again. You did it once. The next time you do it once, it's going to get a little bit easier, a little bit. Like, okay, hold on. That one time is getting a little bit easy. You keep doing it, you're going to, after that one rep, you're going to be able to go back up for that second one. Like, it might go halfway, but you're like, hey, I'm getting like 1.5 reps with this. It's painful, but you keep going. You're going to be doing 2 reps, 3 reps, 4 reps. You get what I'm saying? And that's the point of this shit. It's like, it's like laws in this life that we're not born taught these laws, but we experience them, right? But we always kind of like, we may neglect it. The experiences and the lessons that we're naturally taught. Nobody got to teach us nothing with this stuff right here. We know cause, reaction. The more I do, the more something happens, right? Momentum in life, right? Pain, pleasure. You need pain to get to the pleasure. It's just, I don't know why it's like that. Darkness to the light, right? Or how they say, the light at the end of the tunnel. You got to focus on the light at the end of the tunnel while you're in darkness. A seed starts from the dark. It grows from the ground. It's in darkness. And it comes, before it can see sunlight, it has to grow through the darkness, right? Just picture that. A seed don't know, a seed is in complete darkness, and all it knows is, I have to grow. Once the little, I don't know what it's called, but once the roots start busting out the seed, all it knows is it's got to go through this darkness to reach the top, to get to the sun. It's following the sun. So it's a compass inside of it that knows the sun is up, and that's what I'm saying. Our compass should be our goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's important, though. We got to set goals for ourselves. And sometimes them goals change. But it's like, if we don't have a goal, we may feel like life is just like, sometimes meaningless. Like, what am I doing? And it's like, every day I'm like, what am I? But if you got a goal, that's your pleasure, that goal. It could be whatever. The pain is going to be worth going through. You know what I mean? The pain is going to be worth going through the pain. Because that goal is your ultimate pleasure. And not saying that the pain will stop once you get there, but it's going to be pleasurable to get there. And then you may create a new goal. That's just the point of life. Well, I ain't going to say that's the point of life. But that's, as a man, I know, and a woman, I can't speak for women all like that. That's why I always like to talk to men. But women, we're all human, so we have these same things in our, our DNA, to go after something. But yeah, we got to get used to the pain, and that's hard, easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? I run from pain a lot too. I want to be in comfort a lot. I got 2 toddlers, so I like to just be hanging out with them and stuff, even though they be driving me crazy sometimes. But it's like, I know I should be out doing more manly things with my time. Not saying taking care of my babies ain't manly, but you know what I'm saying, I have to go out with the world, like, just picture a mindset of conquering the world. Like, you get what I'm saying? You can't do that hanging out with your kids all day. But this is what I'm kind of like embracing, that I have to go through more pain to get to my pleasure. You get what I mean? And it feels like it sucks sometimes. But look, the people who are successful, they got used to pain. I'm feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Like they got used to living in pain. Like, cause look, we're not used to, as a baby, we've gotten used to pain, cause we live in a constant pain as humans. When you're a baby, when you born, right? When we was born, we cried because living was painful. Like having to gasp and breathe for air was like, what? I don't want to, like, damn, I gotta breathe. It's hard to breathe. I'm trying. You get what I'm saying? So that you crying out, hunger. Hunger was something new. It's like, what the fuck am I feeling? I'm hungry. You crying because the hunger is painful. You get what I mean? And you're sensitive now, like to touch, to air. Like, oh shit, I'm vulnerable out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something can hurt me if you know, I'm vulnerable out here. Like, it's kind of scary. So we live in a constant pain of all type of shit: fear, hunger, touch, sensitivity, you know, and even worse. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta understand that pain is a natural way of life for some reason. But I think it's because, you know, this is the painful stage to get to the pleasure. Maybe after this life, right? Like, this is the painful stage. If you look at, like, just look at stuff in life, it's always painful to get to the pleasure. It's crazy. And I think this is a way that if we kind of like embrace that and find ways to be happy within the pain, because we're maybe seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, maybe that'll help us get through our days a little better. I'm gonna get up out of here. Let me know how you feeling. I'm gonna holler in a minute.